2025 could be the year of the best driver releases ever. And in today's video, I have a driver which could well be one of the best performing yet, but there's something about it which I absolutely can't stand. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today we have the brand new Srixon ZXI Driver. ZIX, I got it wrong, haven't I? ZXI Driver, and we're going to talk about just how good this can perform. We're going to take it out here on the golf course at the glorious Lindrick Golf Club, and we're of course going to test it for numbers inside. So you can see this is the LS model, the low spin driver, and we have two movable weights, both front and back, so we can make it a little bit of a low spin beast like its current setting, or we can make it a tiny bit more forgiving. So without any further ado, let's test it and see just how good this is. So we have used it today here at Lindrick over 18 holes, and there's been a couple of things about it which, to be honest, I've really enjoyed. The ball flights, as you can see, have been fantastic. They've been consistent. We've hit lots of fairways, but let's see if you can tell just what we're thinking about here and why potentially I might give this a miss, but other people might really enjoy it. I mean, that's the perfect drive down this hole, Chris, is it?
Yep, that's a good shot.
Just starting middle of the fairway, fading down to the right. And you can see that although this is that kind of low spin head and it's a 9-degree head, I'm not struggling to launch this. I'm not really trying to get it up in the air. It's working quite nicely with that head style, shape and design. But is it just me or did that sound absolutely awful? Let's carry on. And you see, the funny thing is, whenever I look at driver reviews and comparisons when they're already out, I like to look at places like Golf Monthly, places like Today's Golfer, and see exactly what they think of them. And actually, when I bring it up, you can see here that the guys at Golf Monthly actually say, reasons to buy, premium aesthetic, good solid feel, love the milk face. Reasons to avoid, carbon lovers won't enjoy the acoustics. Now, I wonder if we've just been a little bit spoilt with the amount of carbon in modern day drivers that makes them sound and feel so fantastic. But guys, get in the comments below and let me know. Does it matter what a driver sounds like? Does it matter what a driver feels like? Does it matter it doesn't have that lovely carbon crown? Because Srixon will claim that they've actually found something that performs better than carbon, and carbon was never really going to stay around forever, was it? We will talk exactly what tech's gone into this club as this video goes on, but I can't help but feel like either Srixon have got everybody in the room laughing, or Srixon have decided that this is now the best way to make a driver, because the three drivers in this lineup all look fantastic and all performed pretty well inside. And I really can't help but think that ball flight is everything I want from a driver ball flight, especially a low spin driver like this one. If we have a look at the other driver head that I have with us, so we have the Max Mega Forgiving head, and the other head in the car, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. I thought I had it with me, Bobby. I thought I had it with me, but it's in the car.
You're committed. I like your work.
He was committed, wasn't he, there? Is it the one kept users, Bob? Stop asking me questions I don't know the answer to, is what we're going to get from there. But are we now starting to get more to terms with the sound of it? Are you still mic'd up, Chris?
I'm still mic'd up.
What do you think? Did that one sound a little bit better?
I don't mind the sound. I think the ball flight and the performance has been great. You could get used to the sound, but the sound I think you'd get used to.
Shot. That is a gorgeous ball flight. We shouldn't have far in there, should we?
No.
Wow. That is up there.
The sound might put a few off. So.
But would your playing partners get used to it?
Probably not.
How good is that? For a low spin driver, that's just like going and going and going, isn't it?
That's another great shot.
And what I quite like with this is it still had that element of forgiveness. It still had that element of what I feel like is control, even though we have that 10 gram weight at the front and the lighter gram weight at the back there. I don't feel like I need to kind of loft it up there with the sleeve, even though I can change lie angle as well. So it is certainly ticking quite a few boxes here. And when we jump inside and see just how it performs, again, you'll see it's ticking even more boxes. But could I come to terms with spending £500 on a golf club that I don't enjoy hitting, that I can't wait to go and practice with? Because I feel like maybe that's one of the reasons why people won't buy it. But I have seen it in a lot of pro shops So accessibility is there, and consistency is certainly there as well. Let's jump inside and see just how these drivers do perform in the studio, and then let's jump back outside here at Lindrick and have a bit of a verdict, because Srixon might not like this. So when it came to the numbers for the Srixon ZXI LS driver, it was a really interesting test. Now I will say that I wasn't swinging at my best today when I have been testing some of the other drivers. I've been swinging, I feel like, quite a little bit better. But one of the premises I will say with that is that it was really, really consistent. The bad shots still performed pretty well. I also would like to apologise for Bobby's camera work at the studio section. He forgot the gimbal, and just Lord knows what he's been trying to do here with this. But really enjoyed it in the studio. It sounded totally different. I feel like a lot of drivers sound worse in the studio, whereas this actually sounds better. And still performance-wise, it did do pretty well for some of the god-awful swings that I was putting on it. I did get some fairly big ones out there as well, so I'd love to potentially test this against some of the other low-spin options for 2025. Comment below if you'd like to see that, but numbers-wise, I think for how I was swinging on that day, it stacked up pretty well, as you can see here. How consistent these three shots are, so it's quite a tight driving hole here, and you can see we've got all three shots. You could throw a blanket over all of them. Very happy with where they've finished. That's exactly where I was aiming, and if anything, the driver's probably going further than what I anticipated it to do, to kind of block us out with the ghost, really. So very happy with that. So we've spoken about pros and cons of this driver so far. We've spoken about just how well it can perform, but also just how kind of lousy it can potentially sound. What technology is in this brand new Srixon ZXI driver that could potentially make you want to come and spend your money? So Srixon have featured a brand new iFlex face, and that is designed to completely redesign the face thickness patterns to give you more energy through impact. The added strength of the interior iFlex face allows for the centre of the face to be thinner than the last generation. We also have a rebound frame, so that utilises 2 flex zones instead of just the one, and again that is to amplify energy transfer at impact. The rebound frame maximises flex across the face to increase power and ball speed and ultimately total distance. Complex lattice work, and I'm reading that correctly, creates structural integrity necessary to support an ultra light, remarkably thin titanium crown. I've tried my best. That was hard work, and I've tried my best. I feel like they're just saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff, but we can talk all we want about just how a driver feels, how it performs, how it looks, but if you stand on the first tee like now, and you can hit shots like that one, again, that one sounded awful. Like, I can stand here and hit shots all day, and there's a lot of people around here on the first tee at Lindrick, and a lot of people are watching, and everyone's just turned around. The whole patio's just gone, what was that? And we might have hit the fairway, we might have hit a good shot, but you're not always going to hit a good shot. So do you want to be that guy who hits a terrible shot and everyone turns around? I mean, okay, that's two for two.
Fantastic.
They are absolutely, I struggle with this tee shot as well, but they're absolutely perfect. So should we all stop thinking about what drivers look like, sound like, feel like, and just go primarily on performance? Because potentially we could, and the amount of technology in this club is fantastic, and I keep striking it just out the toe, but it's still got an okay spin rate. It's still doing pretty well. Chris, from your thoughts looking outside from in, what do you think?
Your best driver of the year. Performance-wise, I think that's performed even better than that 440.
I think the Ping's the one to beat, but they're all unbelievable. So guys, that is my review of the brand new Srixon ZXI LS driver. If you've enjoyed it, smash that subscribe button below. I've actually got a bit of a headache after that test. I test lots and lots of drivers, and it's fair to say that one sounds totally unique. But if you've enjoyed that, guys, smash that subscribe button below. We'll compare it to the Ping, to the TaylorMade, to the Titleist, to the CALLAWAY, to all the big name drivers this year, and we'll try and find a winner. Guys, thanks for watching. Huge thanks to the guys at Lindrick for hosting us today, and apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.